Hello and welcome to VLearn Virtual Learning Network. This is session 8 of Human Resource Management, Selection and Orientation. Topics to be covered: Introduction, Aim of Selection, Types of Selection Drives, Selection Process, Orientation, Objectives, Steps in Induction Program, Socialization, Need for Induction. So in this session, we were actually going to have an understanding about the induction plans and yes, at the same time, selection path. The very initial step is what to enter into the recruitment. That is to recruit the people, and or we can say that give the invitation to the people to have a or up ready to apply in the organization. After that recruitment, then only the selection process comes into a picture. Selection process itself is very time consuming. Yes, it's a very long procedure. It is required to be that because this is all about selecting the right candidate in the organization who may be the future worker of the organization, which employee is more appropriate for them or who are not. So this is what deciding on the selection process. Once the manpower requirement is finalized, then the HR managers bring to find the suitable person for filling up the positions. That is very true. When the manpower requirement is finalized, when the company decided about that how many number of person they are going to recruit, there was another step to find a suitable person. Just to fill the position of that suitable person, we are only looking for having a good recruitment and selection. One of the most important tasks of human resource management is to choose the right kind of person for a right job. This is one of the basic criteria, we can say, of the recruitment. That is what choosing the right kind of person for the right job. And for this right person for the right job, we enter into the human resource practices. We enter into the very foremost practice of the human resource, that is recruitment and selection. This is because the ability of organization is only determined by the ability of the workers. Recruitment is the first step in the process of acquiring and retaining of the human resources for the organization. So this is the one of the very first step, and after that only the selection process was entered. So we already have a discussions about recruitment, that recruitment is what? Acquiring the human resource for the organization. So when it was done, all the acquiring was done, the another part is to retaining them or make them comfortable in the organization, place them in the right area. So for that, yes, the further steps was introduced, that is planning, and then we can say that the placement and then the orientation. So yes, in this session, we are basically going to have a discussion about selection process or the selection, and yes, at the same time, the next step of selection, that is orientation, or we can say that the induction process. So selection, it's about to define the selection. What is selection? Selection is a process of choosing the most suitable candidate for a job from among the available applicants is called selection. So selection is the one of the process of selecting or choosing the very right candidate for the job, who actually gives the all or who have all the skills and quality which is required in the organization from amongst the available applicants. What are the aim of selection? Why it's always required to have a selection in the organization? A very basic is, without selection, there was no correct or no right participant in the organization. So the very foremost aim of selection is to ensure all the recruitment and selection procedures compliant with the council equal opportunity policy. Yes, it is on the there was a council who work on the equal opportunity policy. So recruitment and selection procedures of any organizations bring that practices or that policy in it, because that selection process is common for everyone and everyone must face that selection procedure. So in that case, yes, this is the very first aim of selection. Second aim of selection is to ensure that all appointments are made on the merit, to attract sufficient applications from potential candidate for appointment with the skills, quality, ability, experiences, competency deemed as being necessary to the job. So it is always required to understand the appointments and yes, come up with the sufficient applicants which are required in the organization, and they have all those skills, all those qualities, all those abilities, experiences, competencies which is required for a job. Third aim is to develop and maintain the procedure which will assist in ensuring the appointment of most suitable candidate. That is what, to develop and maintain all the steps or all the proper processes or procedures which basically help an organization to understand the different kinds of appointments or getting the suitable candidate. If organization didn't enter into the proper development and maintain proper procedures, so in that case it assists in getting the right candidate or having a right appointment. So it is always required to maintain that, ensure that appointments. Then to ensure that recruitment procedures are clear, valid and consistently applied by those involved in the recruitment, and that they provide for a fair and equitable treatment for those who apply for the employment. So in that case, yes, make all the procedures, all the recruitment process very fair and equally treatment, that is they were equally treated. Then another is to base on the selection decisions and criteria directly on the demand and recruitment of the job. That is always on the what are you demanding as an organization, what person demanding, what job required, according to that only select the right candidate. So have a proper decision and have a proper criteria of that decision making, it is always required. Then another is to observe any legal requirement which applies to be recruitment and selection procedure. That is what, to enter into the obvious requirements. If there was a requirement, you enter into this process. What are the types of selection drives? Drives are basically through which we are actually able to conduct the selection process in a right manner, through which we are able to apply the selection drive. So in that case, the very first one is application form. That means by having by filling the application form by candidate, so the organization get the glance on what are the experience, name, qualification, at the same time address, references, past background. This kind of all things was covered into the application form. Application form is very much similar to the resume, but yes, it is required to be filled up with the extra points, that is what expected salary, current salaries and total number of experiences, the area to be, job description was all covered into this. So this is what the application form. So with the help of application form, the selection process or selection can be occurred in the right manner. Then another is writing test. Writing test is all about on the writing basis, how you are actually conducting the whole test. It could be any kind of test performed. Then performance stimulation, the previous performances of the employee, or at present whatever if there was a mock test conducted, or if at present there was any kind of selling is conducted for the trial basis, so in that case performance can be taken as in a consideration. Then interview is the another very important drive, or we can say that through which all the selection process was occurred in the right manner. Interview is applied for everywhere. In that case, the organization take the interview. So this is the interview technique, face-to-face discussion, in which candidate puts their extras point up about, tell about herself or himself. And another is background investigations. So yes, it is what getting the reference check, getting the background analysis. So that's all comes into background investigation. Then another is physical examination also. This is what all the selection process, how the overall selection was covered up. There was the first is resume and CV reviews. That is what the very first stage when the reviews are going on of a CV. After having this, there was initial screening interview. There was a screening part that all the very initial interview in which the basic knowledge about the candidate was taken care. Then third is analyze the application blank, that is what fill that application form. After filling that application form, there was conducting tests and evaluating performances. All the tests are conducted. If there was any kind of written test or any kind of test was conducted, aptitude test, attitude test, this kind of a test conducted, so evaluate them. Then preliminary in interview, this is what the very first interview after the test, in which the heads are going to take an interview about the from the candidate. So it's a very preliminary initial level of interview in which the HR makes the initiative and get all the glance about the skills and knowledge about the candidate. Core and departmental interview, this is what when the departmental heads was required and a respected department take that interview, and that department was taking the very in-depth interview from the candidate. Then another is reference check rejections. It is what the reference check was conducted. This is the stage when there was in the background analysis was done. After this reference check, there was job offer to candidate. The right job is going to be offered. Rejection by candidate could be occur in this area. If it's not happened, then candidate can enter into the next level. That level is medical exam, and then finally it's a placement. Now application form. So an application form is basically what? It's filled by a person seeking the job. Is normally the bringing of the selection procedures. So an application blank is the traditional widely accepted template for obtaining the information from the prospective application. So it is always required, it is filled by the person which actually have the information about the applicant. So application form basically designed to just to provide the very basic information or relevant information about the applicant. This is background, qualification and experiences. Selection tests. Yes, selection test is one stage. So in selection test, what are the basically test is conducted? First is intelligence test. This is about checking the intelligence level of the participant. We can say that it is just to get in a glance as how much abilities, how many abilities they have. So measuring the general mental ability of individual, and thus it is the first standardized and most widely used test developed by the psychologist. If the individual have a genuine interest in the job, he is likely to perform well in the given test. So this is interest test basically. So in the previous one, it is what? The intelligence. It's all about checking the intelligence level. Aptitude test is taking the or understanding about the ability. Achievement test is basically working on the achievement कि उसकी क्या क्या achievements हैं. Situational is that how person is handling all the situations. Interest test is what? If an individual is more towards the performing the things, क्या interest area है. So this is what the interest. Personality test is helping assigning an individual value systems and emotions and maturities. Polygraphy test is what? Used to check the validity and trustfulness of the applicants by monitoring the physical changes. That is what, how he was answering, what kind of a body language, what kind of a gesture person have, how he or she is behaving in that interview or in a particular situation. So this is polygraphy test. Now interviews. How many types of interview are going to be conducted? In interview, the very first is formal and structured interview. It is basically what to understand the structured interview is very wide in its structure and the content. It is basically based on through job analysis, and an interview selects the question of questions to be asked and plan the interview in the advance. So this is what the formal and structured interview. So structured interview is well planned interview. It is what all the questions are pre-decided. It's planned. What actually organization is searching, what they actually want, they all know about this thing. They just need to work on that. So this is what formal and structured interview. Unstructured interview. Unstructured interview is again very opposite in that there was no predetermined framework. Nothing is decided. It is just the on the spot when the analysis was conducted. They come up with all the questions by interacting with the participant. So we can say that in formal it's closed questions, and in unstructured there was open-ended questions. Another is stress interview. Stress interview is basically stating that the objective of a stress interview is to test the applicant ability to perform. They always judge the ability on giving the very critical situations to the interviewer, and basically interviewer in this stress interview, they interrupt the participant, they criticize his answer, ask unrelated questions, keep quiet for a longer time. This kind of an activity was conducted in stress interview, just to bringing out that how that person going to be performed in the organization, and is person is able to handle this kind of stress or not. Another is group interview. In this, all the candidate or a group of candidates are interviewed by the panel of interview. So this is group interview. Panel interview is very much similar to the group interview, but yes, group interview could be a departmental interview, but panel is what from the cross-functional interactions was there, that all the departmental heads, all the areas expert was sitting and they were taking the individual interview and checking the person in each and every criteria. So all the functions are interdependent and every job involves cross-functional interaction. So in that case, panel interview was conducted. In in-depth interview, this is more suitable for the selection of candidate for the high-end technology. Yes, they are like if there was a very skilled person was required, very high technology was required. So in that case, in-depth interview is conducted. It is just about to check in-depth knowledge, in-depth skill of a person about the one area. They are mainly conducted into the specialization part, when the expert in the relevant area tests the candidate knowledge and understand the subject and assess his experts. Another is decision making interview. This is what conducting or entering into the decisions, that how much the person is able to conduct that main decisions. So it is what in the core area of the job, it is evaluated by the expert to include the line managers in the organization. Now orientation. It is the next step of HR practice. After having a proper selection of the employee, the next step is entering into the orientation. This is basically a period of familiarizing of the employee. Make them comfortable, make them easy, get an understanding about the organization, their policies, the people surround to him. This is all orientation. So with his colleague and with his job. So then the employee is usually put on the probations for the 6-month probation or 2 years of probation. So this is what basically the orientation program. So they would finally placement after initial probation period. So that comes into the orientation. Now what are the steps in the induction program? In the step of induction program, the first is welcome the newcomer of the organization. It is just a welcoming ceremony. Welcome them. Let them aware about the objective of the company, why company is open. Explain the employees the role in achieving the objectives. Then another is get the understanding of the location, place where they have to work. Hand over the rules and job description part. What are the rules and regulations? What are the policies they were going to train? Tell them about the training opportunities and promotion advancements. Then discuss about the working condition, working scenario. Finish all the details regarding salaries, benefits. Guide the employees through entire organization, that what exactly the organization, how it's performed, where we have to perform it. And then finally make them comfortable in the organization, get the formal and informal introduction with everyone, conducting the proper induction programs. Socialization. Yes, socialization is just to get the interactions with your fellows group. It is just to have a process which a new recruiter begins to understand and accept the values and norms and beliefs. It is just to enter into this kind of introduction practices. So internalization, the way things are done in the organization. So orientation helps the newcomer to interact freely with the employees working at a various level. Now, need for the inductions, it is always required to have a good induction program, because it's actually make the familiar environment in the organization, make them comfortable in the organization. At the same time, they give them that much of areas and that much of surroundings which help them to perform well. So as well as the usual orientation, a new starter needs to understand the business, where their role sits within the setup and what expected to them. So in that case, a good induction program should leave no room for the confusion and lack of understanding. That is what was bringing out that understanding, and there was no confusions. That is what the first basic thing of induction program, obtain job satisfaction. So they may play a very important role in this also to obtain the job satisfaction. So yes, there are a few questions which you have to do by yourself. First is explain the selection process. Another is what is induction. So this is all about for the today's session. We are winding up here. Thank you so much. Happy learning.